Hey guys, it's Kathy, and I'm back with a process video. This one for a layout that I did for International Scrapbooking Day. I completed 5 layouts in total, just because I had other things I had to do too, and Mother's Day and everything. So I'm gonna kind of marathon post these videos, um, even though some of the layouts aren't, you know how you can't always be on. um, I started out like really on fire, like loving the stuff I was making, and towards the end of it, I don't know, maybe I was just getting overtired or burnt out, but I started not exactly liking my layouts. But some of the stuff that I was doing might be interesting as a process to kind of watch. So either way, I'm gonna post them because it's kind of the same as when you're I don't know when you're scrapbooking pictures. You don't always scrapbook just the good pictures. Sometimes you scrapbook the silly pictures or the bad pictures or the bad day or things like that. So I don't see any reason to have you guys have this illusion that I make amazing scrapbook pages all the time. Not that I'm not boasting that my scrapbook pages are awesome, but um, I'm going to post things that I might not even necessarily be all that proud of, just because maybe I did a technique that was really interesting, even though the page didn't turn out quite the way I want. And you never know, maybe I'll go back and re-scrapbook that page or something. But it was really fun. This is the first time I ever got to participate in National Scrapbooking Day, because usually it's on a Saturday, and I always work. I worked. I don't work every Saturday, but I would always forget, and then half the time they'd want me to be there at my work because I'm kind of one of the people that knows crafts. So if there was crafts going on at my job, they would want me to be there for it, to run it or things like that. So oftentimes I was working and didn't get to participate, and it was because I was participating on 2 different Facebook forums. It was and then hoping to participate in other things that I didn't actually get to. It was a little overwhelming, but a lot of fun. And I liked that everyone was getting. We got chances to work on stuff. Like we can still submit layouts for prizes up until like Tuesday night in most cases. So that's nice because I it does take me at least more than an hour to do a project normally, and sometimes if I have to cut something out of my silhouette more, and sometimes I have to kind of shop around for inspiration. Um, so this layout, I didn't even bother cutting it out. What I was doing, I just let it go, and basically you saw me back a cut file, and basically it was a cut file that it was a heart, like a reel, like a camera reel, um, not a camera reel, like a video reel, and it was just one. It was from HipKit Club, so you would have to. Oh, I hit my camera there, and you'd have to go to hipkitclub.net and sign up um, on their page to get this cut file, because I believe this is the one that's free to members even if you don't sign up for the subscription. And then there's ones that you have to have subscription to get. Anyway, it was just one circle with the hearts, so I made them look like bubbles and joined them all together with different sizes and welded them all together to make this kind of bubble looking heart layout, which I thought was kind of cute. You'll see me struggle because I glued that fun foam on the back, and word to the wise, don't glue fun foam, tape it, because it just absorbs the glue and it's annoying. It takes forever. So if you want it to be done quick, tape it, and it sticks really well with tape. So I'm using an exclusive paper from, I'm going to say the March Hip Kits, designed by Kim Watson. It's like a sunburst. I remember when sunbursts were like super popular and everybody was doing them, and then they kind of faded, but I always liked them. So I'm glad that they're coming back. People are using them again. And I'm just backing it with some different papers. The yellow striped paper that I backed it with is just from Michaels, And then I used a Fine and Dandy striped paper from Dear Lizzie. And then I used this bubble 6x6 paper. It's either going to be from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy or Dear Lizzie Happy Place, because those are the two new 6x6 paper pads that I've picked up. So I just kind of layered it a bit to bring in more, and then I wanted to prop it up even more just to add extra dimension. So this is my son from way back in the day, and yeah, I'm fiddling around on the mouse because I'm participating in scrapbooking day stuff as well. So I'm like scrolling through things and watching people's videos, as well as oh my gosh, there was something on my floor, and I moved my. I don't really want to get into it, but ow, I cut myself just now. Ah, I'm gonna bleed through it and finish the commentary, and then go get a bandage. Anyway, because I'm almost done. So yeah, so I used these blue, like almost like a royal blue, thicker, gold, glitter thicker. I think the font is Fitzgerald, but I don't remember. I'm just going based on what other people have mentioned. And I've been really dying to use that color, and it matched so perfectly with my son's outfit. I mean, the whole picture of him he's in like the backyard pool that my mom and niece, that they used to have set up. They got rid of it since, but we would go over there. He didn't really like the pool. Like if you stuck his feet through that little floaty thing, he really was not happy with it. But if you let him lounge in it, then he was happy. He's actually just starting now at 7 to be okay with water and wanting to like learn how to swim and everything. Of course, now I don't have access to a pool, so I gotta, sign him up for swimming lessons so they can actually go to a pool. Oh my God, my hair. I started late in the day with the scrapbooking because I was at a little bit of a barbecue the night before, and stayed up late playing games, and I was at my mom's with my sister, so I just stayed there for the night. So I came immediately home. I didn't do anything. I didn't brush my hair. I just woke up, got dressed, came home, and started scrapbooking because I was already like 4 hours late to the game, and I was so disappointed, and I had to stop at Michael's and get more tape runner in case I needed it and everything. So yeah, and so that's why I have like crazy messy hair. Anyway, I'm fiddling around with these Jelly Bean Soup little alphabets. I remembered that I had them, and I was like, oh, well, these will be perfect because they are blue too, and then they have bubbles all over them. So, perfect little addition. So the title says "Too Cool for the Pool." I always like doing something kind of fun with my titles if I can. The paper that I used to back the cut file was a Pink Fresh Studio paper, I believe. I feel like it was. I'm sticking to that unless I'm wrong, and someone let me know if I'm wrong. And there was already color splotches all over this paper because I was going to start this layout one other time, and I got really bogged down. Like I didn't like what I was doing with it, so I left it and came back to it for now. So it had color shine on it for like 2 weeks. Just a piece of paper just sitting there, and the picture just sitting there waiting to be scrapbooked. So I grabbed lots of the poolside ephemera because they've got some great colors to match in, and I wanted to emphasize the circles. So the little beach ball and the little life preserver and the little tags up top, the little chipboard piece that says sunshine and then hot hot. I do like that up there, that little flag. It's really cute, but I don't end up using it because nothing else has gold in it. And I didn't want to bring in one element that had gold because then I felt like I would need to get more elements. I love plus signs, crosses, whatever you want to call them. I love them. I love using them. I'm glad to see that they're popular. So yeah, so I'm glad I got to use them. Now I'm just kind of grabbing things that are similar colors. I don't I decided I don't really want to bring in florals or feathers because I actually kind of want to keep this a little themed. There was definitely like a yellowy blue sun water theme going on. So I decided I'm going to use the plus signs almost like they're bursting out as well. And I keep it really simple. I don't add too much embellishment to this one. Um, I am a big embellishment. See, I keep trying to do it. I keep being like, I gotta add something to the top. You know, I gotta get my clusters of three, but sometimes you don't need quite the clusters of three. Everything else is kind of clustered, so it works. Like the title, and then the little top left cluster with sunshine and the flotation, and then the beach ball and the hot down below. It kind of builds it, makes its own cluster. So I don't really need it. Um, so I'm digging through more ephemera, one of my many pieces, one of my many little containers of ephemera. As I mentioned, I keep my ephemera all in iris containers. And it's oh so much fun to have to figure out which one has which in it. Thankfully, they're see-through. Because I haven't labeled them because they will, of course, constantly be changing as I go through more. So I'm going to use some of this yellow lemon paper from Citrus Bliss just to bring in more yellow. I love yellow. You'll actually see, like, I have 5 layouts, and I think 3 of them are heavily yellow. That I did over the last 2 days. I just love yellow. I don't know what it is. And it's starting to be spring here. You wouldn't know it today if you looked at my window. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just in the mood for yellow this time around. So doing a lot of it. But yeah, this is the first layout that I did, and it took me maybe a little bit over an hour. Thankfully, I had the cut file set up, so I just had to cut it. And yeah, I was really happy with how this one turned out. I feel like I kind of lose my mojo as the day goes on. But I got 5 layouts done in 2 days. I'm not complaining. And I actually got like dates and journaling on them too, which is really big for me to do. Don't you normally do that? So yeah, so you know, I guess the moral of the scrapbook story is they don't always have to be perfect. Like these are for me. Yes, I'm showing them to you guys, and I love that people appreciate them and everything like that. It's super awesome. And I am having so much fun making these because I really do love scrapbooking. And as like a designer, these are just extensions of the creativity that I like to have. And you know, I actually really want to start designing some of my own stuff too, not to necessarily sell, but like I've already started designing some of my own cut files and different things like that different times. So starting to look more and more into that kind of thing. So I love people kind of joining me and seeing the trials and errors of what I'm doing. So yeah, just adding some Dear Lizzie documentary buttons. Grab it in, like that's a fall product, but the colors matched and it mimicked the circle. So do what you do. Do you. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye. Pictures coming up later.